I've just been having my coffee. The last couple of weeks have made it very clear to me I need to make some changes.
Professional filmmaker.
I'm gonna go to bed now. Good night. Good morning. Is it coffee time? Coffee. Today the plan is I need to do some choreography and some dancing for a submission that I need to send off for like a contemporary show thing that I don't know a whole lot about, but it looks really cool and I want to submit, and the deadline is tomorrow. So I want to make sure that I've got it finished. First, I'm going to start with some editing. I want to have a look at the footage that I shot yesterday, and I also want to make a little bit of progress on a draft edit for a client's video as well.
Power! Yes!
Is that the No Man's Sky? A game that I haven't played in like a year? Wow. This project is for a client. I can't show it to you. I can't do it. Just drew a smiley face on my massage ball. Swag. I'm headed down to the studio to do some dancing, and I've got to film a video. I've got some choreo that I worked on a while ago that I think will kind of work, so I'm gonna like adapt that and just film it just because I need a little combo for a submission. The intern containment cage is looking very good. I think it's just been painted, so I'm not gonna touch it. Keep those interns locked up nice and tight. You know we taken the yellow car. I love this car so much. Is that the studio? Back is still a little bit sore. And a few tight muscles from the run yesterday. I think if I do a good warm-up, I'll be okay. Priority is film something for this submission that I need to do. And then if I get time, I might do some prep for teaching. But I can also do that tomorrow if I run out of time. Studio time was probably not as productive as I hoped it would be. I was there for several hours, or a couple of hours, working very hard and doing a lot of dancing for not really a great result at the end. I wasn't particularly happy with the video. I think I was just trying to do too many things. I was dancing pretty hard out, so that's my fitness done for today. But I actually don't think I'm going to use the video that I shot. I think I'm going to use a different one. I ended up getting an okay take by the end. I wasn't really feeling it, and by that point I was just frustrated that I couldn't get it right, and I think it was too hard and too complicated. I just needed to do something simple. I think the lesson to be learned is sometimes you just need to not overcomplicate things, and it doesn't have to be the hardest thing in the world to be good to submit for something. Sometimes you want it to be a little bit easier and look really comfortable and clean, rather than like push for something really hard. Because I guess when you're training and when you're in classes, that's what the pushing for the hard stuff is. Like that's what you do, and you expect to not get it right. When you're submitting for stuff, I guess you kind of need to take a step back and do something that you can nail, and then save the harder stuff for your classes and your training work. The owner of the studio came in at the end just as I was finishing up, and we were talking about self-tapes and stuff, and she said that she had heard this great piece of advice where if you spend more than half an hour working on a self-tape, you're working too hard. And that sounds like brutal because it's like you so want it to be good, but I think she's right. I think that's a really good rule of thumb, because half an hour is not too much of a time commitment. I mean, I was down there for like 2.5 hours or something. But a solid 40 minutes of that was me stretching and warming up and whatever, doing some exercises. So that's fine. But really, I should have just picked something that I already knew and like cleaned it a bit, filmed it, go from there, rather than I was working on a combo that I'd kind of started, but then I had like 7 different options and then I couldn't learn it quick enough, and then when I did learn it, it wasn't clean. So there you go. If you're working on self-tapes, half an hour, that's it. When I first like finished the combo today and recorded like a first run of it and watched it back, and I was like, that is terrible. My dancing is so unclean. This is not gonna work. I should have just stopped there and gone, let's make a different plan. But instead, I kept trying to push, and you know, I got a decent take at the end, so I guess that's a good thing. But when I'm doing submissions, keep it simple, keep it fun. Because if you lose the enjoyment, then like, what's the point, you know? It was definitely good training and I got my fitness done. It just was not as enjoyable as of an experience as I would hope. Now, I need to go get ready because I'm going to go play D&D with some friends. We play D&D every second Thursday. So I don't, what is the time actually? That's a good point. So I'm gonna do that and yeah, bye. See, the government doesn't want you to know this, but if you bring your apples in a bag, then when you finish the apple, you put the core in the bag and you don't have to go find a bin in the middle of your session. I didn't drop that. On my way to play Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, we play D&D in a church. It's no big deal.
I'm dungeoning and dragoning so hard right now. Oh my goodness. Look at the dungeons and the dragons.
Church function? I sure hope it does.